We never ever anticipated my mom being the surrogate.
People would often ask us, like, how are you going to explain all of this to Uma?
I never felt like it was ever unnatural for me to be doing this for my son. I would have done this for any of my children that needed it done.
It became this huge, like, global viral story that went out there. I was really shocked to see how many people were accusing us of incest.
Some people really are upset about this.
I mean, it probably was the most miraculous, bravest, craziest thing you've ever done in your life, right?
As of to date, yes.
Do you think you'll have more children?
To be continued.
All right, little birthday girl.
Our babies are sleeping.
Should we make your hair pretty for your birthday today?
Get all those tangles out.
Uma, how old are you gonna be?
4.
Yes.
It is money.
My name is Matthew.
And my name is Elliot. And we have a 4-year-old daughter, Uma Louise.
Uma is very powerful, so we definitely manifested that.
She both loves knowing rules, and she loves flirting with the idea of breaking rules and pushing boundaries. Should we put them on?
Yeah.
Can we help you?
Yeah. Be a fairy.
You're a fairy? You're such a beautiful fairy.
Elliot and I have been married for 8 years now. When we came back from traveling, we really began to simplify our life and really find a sense of peace.
The idea of having a child started to creep in, like someone to share this with, someone to be part of this story.
The way that it unfolded was not in any way how we planned for Uma to be here.
We decided that if we did the IVF route, so we just figured if we could take control and come up with the funds that no one could tell us no.
We never ever anticipated my mom being the surrogate. I think that's one thing is people think we went in there, we're like, we want my mom to do it.
Someone's got a birthday! Are we going to celebrate today? And what are we celebrating for? Yay!
Who is that?
Are you hungry?
I'm starved.
Give me a
Sounds
jacket,
good.
let's go.
They never approached me and said, hey mom, we're looking for a surrogate. And I went, I would do it in a heartbeat. I love being pregnant. When the boys came to me after they went to tell their doctor, hey, we do have another candidate, but it's my mom. And he goes, we were expecting to get her to laugh. And she's like, no, bring her in and I want to talk to her. We started everything when I was 59. I was 60 when I actually conceived with Uma.
Do you remember being born 4 years ago? Oh, you do? What was it like?
I was so happy when I could be there and bring you into the world. I never felt like it was ever unnatural for me to be doing this for my son. What I didn't care for was the double standard. If this was my daughter and something was wrong with my daughter, people would think right away that, oh, that's so cool, you're doing that for your daughter, which I would have. I would have done this for any of my children that needed it done.
The reason why we do feel this need to break down an elementary kind of very simple idea of how surrogacy works is because when our story did break news, I was really shocked to see how many people were accusing us of incest. So my mom, isn't technically, she's what they call a gestational surrogate, meaning she's just like the oven for the bun to rise, right? We're able to actually create Uma because Elliot's sister generously offered to donate her eggs. So then, of course, we use my sperm, not Elliot's.
So we always explain that Matthew is biologically Uma's father, my sister is biologically the mother, and Seal is truly biologically the grandmother, and I'm biologically the uncle.
It became this huge global viral story that went out there, and I think we knew what we were doing was unusual, but it really opened up our eyes to be wow, the way that we're living is both shocking, but more importantly, really inspiring people to live, love differently.
I did get a letter that said I was going to go to hell.
And they said they recounted things that happened in your room. They were watching you.
Yeah, that was the one. That was pretty disturbing. It was pretty specific, and it was mailed directly to me at my house. And that's when I knew, I'm like, wow, some people really are upset about this. Anything else online? Matt would tell me some of the things, and you just have to kind of laugh at it, I think. Well, like when we went to go get the passport for Uma, and you and I had to go, because I was on the birth certificate, but you're the dad, and my son was the other father, and we were trying to explain, he's not here, but I'm the legal parent, and we're signing off to get her a passport. And remember, she just said, she goes, that is going to be one messed up child. That was my first taste of discrimination, of what it felt like to be discriminated against, and how powerless you are. And I did not like that feeling at all. That was, and you were very hurt. I remember you had to leave.
The biggest thing though is you truly just lose people at gay dads. Same-sex couple having a baby is like where you lose people.
A lot of people.
Most of the time. This baby needs a mom. Like, it's not even like the sister egg donor, grandma surrogate. It's just like, this poor child needs a normal family, you know? So people would often ask us, like, how are you going to explain all of this to Uma? And we take a lot of pride in her origin story, all of these people coming together. And I want her to relate to it however she's going to as she gets older and can understand it. And I'm sure it will change and evolve in her mind and her understanding. But we're really excited that she has such a deep connection to so many people in our family.
I mean, we already have told her that grandma was like the garden for her to bloom. I think that's why people sometimes think our family was weird, because they wouldn't do that for each other's family members. I think it's funny, it's ironic that people can throw stones and say you're going to hell when it's it's such an act of love.
Right, exactly.
I mean, it probably was the most miraculous, bravest, craziest thing you've ever done in your life, right?
As of to date, yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Uma. Happy birthday to you. Yay!
Birthday.
Are you excited to see your sister be born? Yeah.
You're gonna get to be there.
We are going to have more children, and we are pregnant.
Tell us a bit about your new surrogate.
So this time around, we're doing something similar in the sense that we're doing surrogacy, right? And so we have still another embryo that is Uma's sister, but we did it differently because we wanted to go a much more natural route. They did the embryo transfer, and we got a positive pregnancy test, and she's, 7, 8 weeks along now? Actually, 8 weeks today.
Just very different sort of journeys to getting our child here. Excited about that.
I would describe our family at the core of who we are as very normal, because we care about feeling safe and feeling connected and feeling loved. I think that some of the choices that we've made in terms of how we created our child, I think us being a queer couple, having a lifestyle that's off the beaten path kind of raises some eyebrows and makes people think that maybe we're unconventional or unusual, but all in all, we're really not that different.